Hello, here we are at the meeting show in London, 2017, and we're in the video corner of the Meeting Design Institute's Meeting Design Lab. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Hi Martin, how are you doing?
Hi, good.
Martin Klöfver, you're here with us to talk a little bit about Meet the Expert session that you did on interaction.
Yeah.
Interaction seems to be the hot word, you know, it's like, it's everywhere. We did a few sessions ourselves.
Yeah.
And so what was your Meet the Expert session about?
This was about how to activate participants and make participants really participate in events.
And how do you do that?
Yeah, that's a pretty good question, and this was something that we actually asked ourselves. I mean, we've been in this. I represent the Swedish technology company Trippus Event Solutions, and we've been in this industry for 15 years now. But we started out with the logistics of meetings, that is event registration and things like that. And then a few years ago, our clients were getting more and more interested in this with interaction as well. So not only that technology should manage the logistic aspects of a meeting, but also what happens during the meeting to bring more value to that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've learned a couple of things on this, but I think what we see is that even though this has been around for a few years with event apps and things like that, I think still many clients, they are not there yet. So this is still a fairly new phenomenon still. And I think there is a lot of like an anxiety in, okay, how should we implement it? So what we were talking about this morning at this Meet the Expert session was, okay, how do you get this started? So like easy ways how to meet the participants at the technology level where they are.
So that is now integrated into one software package that...
Yeah, exactly, because one thing that we hear from event and meeting planners all the time is that you know, they have their hands full already with what they are already doing, even if they have not sort of started doing interactive meetings. So this interaction part would be like one more thing on their plate. And I mean, they have their hands full already, so what should they do? So what we try to help them with is to actually give them one and the same tool that helps them all through the journey of the event, before, during, and after the event.
So, and what would be the key feature of your tool that would create that interaction?
I would say, I mean, the simplicity of it, and that it meets the participant at the technology level that they are comfortable with. Because what we hear a lot from...
What do you mean by that?
I mean,
like
if you
on
compare...
their phone?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we have very much use of today, that we can more or less take for granted that all event participants, that they have a smartphone.
It did not used to be like that.
It did not.
5 and 10 years ago, remember? Yeah.
Exactly, no, but today it's
Everybody,
a fact.
yeah.
And another good thing with that is that people, they love using them as well. It's not like your email account on your computer. This is something that you use for your, you know, almost feel good, like checking social media and so on.
And the weather.
Not least that, on a beautiful day like this, right?
Yeah.
No, so I mean, so what we try to do, instead of telling people to download an app onto their phone, etc., since we already know in the system who we invited to the event, who said, yes, I would like to attend, and who actually came in through the door, we can easily direct a message to those people. And by a message, I don't mean that we tell them to download an app. Instead, we just send them a text message by SMS to their phone. This is something that everybody masters nowadays, right? And we just say, click this link to answer the question, or click this link to ask your question to the speaker on stage, or so. And this is something that we have found, because I mean, when you're working in logistics, it's very important that you get tickets, agendas, and so on distributed to all the participants. And the issue with event apps has been the implementation, or the sort of the download rate. So in many cases, only half of the audience downloads the app. And that means that only half of the audience can take part in what's happening at the event. But since we are sort of used to having to distribute everything to everybody in order to make the logistics work, we use the same technology actually when it comes to what happens during the meeting as well. So texting everybody, sending them a text message, but only to the relevant people who are actually in the room. And since we use the same system for the whole process, we know that.
Okay. Great, thanks for sharing this, Martin.
Thank you.
Thank you.